And I'm live on YouTube. Welcome, anyone that's on YouTube. Actually, I know no one's live on YouTube at the moment. I can see the numbers. But welcome to anyone that's watching this after the fact. Mr. Fox in the morning, chat back. I know some of you have multiple devices. If you could just jump onto the YouTube and just let me know how the sound is. In the last couple of days, it was pretty horrendous. I think it might have something to do with playing Spotify at the same time. So she's in such a bad mood. Oh, she's scowling. Why is she scowling? Fran, happy birthday. Look, Cosmic Meg is saying happy birthday. Everyone's saying happy birthday. Diva says, I think the connection between my guides and me and the universe is just brilliant. Took a long time. Diva, fantastic. Amanda Briggs and MCH says, sounds good. Fantastic. Good to see you guys here. Getting people from all over the world jumping in. She's munching a green donut. How can you be unhappy with a green donut? But finally, says Diva, yeah, it's these small victories. Hey, Diva. One thing I've kind of found with the guides and the messages you kind of receive from it kind of like comes and goes. Sometimes it feels like they're asleep on the job most of the time. On the weekend, I did ask my guides in the universe to send me a little four-legged furry critter to give me a bit of guidance in the physical realm. And I kind of did receive a little four-legged furry critter. So that was kind of like a little bit, I think my guides were like, yeah, we are listening. It's nice that they kind of stopped in and showed their face in the face of a shrew or something. Nico Bellic, the sound is fine on YouTube. Oh, you're on both devices? Oh, that's awesome. Tia, how are you doing, my friend? The Duncan ladies love my kids. She gave us more free donuts. She had a fever all last night. Oh, okay, that makes sense then. I remember when I was a little kid, I was watching the donut stand. You know, I don't know if they do that in America, but I haven't seen them do it in Australia for like decades. But they used to have the donut stand, and they had that machine, that big funnel machine that poops out the donuts, and then they fry or they boil in the water, and then the machine flips it over on a conveyor belt, then flips it up, gets like the sugar and cinnamon dusting, and then rolls it around. And I remember watching that one time, and then the donut guys just kind of leant over, and he's just giving us a bag of donuts, and I was just like, whoa. And then I took them and ran off to my mum, and decades later, in retrospect, I realized, oh, I just grabbed that bag of donuts and just ran away without thanking the guy. Like, but yeah, you know, it was an act of kindness without any expectation of return, I guess. So we need more of that in the world. Hey, Wee's in the house, dropping in. Always dropping in. Cosmic Meg. Mama curses. Oh my god. So I was asleep, and I think Bob was whispering in my ear. Oh, Bob. What's Bob been up to? What's he saying this time, Mama Kerr? Knocking more things over? Are you sure Bob's not a cat? I mean, you talk about how Bob knocks things off counters. Poltergeist, I guess. Tia says, I have a question. Tia, I'm very intrigued in your questions. I read somewhere that if you die while lucid dreaming, you'll die in real life. Is that true? No, I don't. No. I think Inception got it right more than anything else. If you die in a dream, you just wake up. That's it. You just wake up. I've died in dreams before. Carolina died in a dream a couple of nights ago. Mind you, I haven't died in a lucid dream. But no, I don't. I really don't think.
I got my throat cut open in a lucid dream.
Carolina got her throat cut open in a lucid dream.
Feel the blood coming down.
Yeah, you tend to just wake up. Yes, I'm on both devices, says Amanda always. Smashing my algorithm. Thank you, Amanda. What have we got? Dangerous Diva. Sound is fine. Good morning. Shannon McLaughlin. That's Mum Goblin, I'm pretty sure. If my memory serves me right. Happy roasted bean tea day. He was downstairs with the dogs. So maybe Bob is a cat. rustling up the dogs. What are you doing? What are you going to Mexico for? Because I love to travel, Rob. Because we managed to score tickets. Oh, thank you, Tia. Because we managed to score tickets, flight tickets from Portugal to Mexico for 75 euros. Yes, that's right. Basically free. Also, you know, both, I mean, Carolina's been there before, but we both want to get to South America. You know, we want to study shamanism. We want to learn shamanism from a shaman. We want to do some ayahuasca ceremonies. And we just want to keep discovering the world. Also, Mexico has very relaxed lockdown laws. The president there takes the attitude like he's not going to implement these draconian laws, which full respect to that. So there are places in the world for some of us that don't feed into the fear of the whole COVID. Good morning, Marissa. Labby, good morning or good afternoon? It is good afternoon, technically, Labby. Marinated steak. Fox says marinated steak. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a bit. Well, it's just odd. Nothing physical has happened again, but I heard whisperings. I thought Chris was still in the room. Hello. Okay, updating comments. There goes my speaker. I don't know. I'm afraid to put on Spotify and have a bit of music in the background because I feel like that might have been balking out my audio in YouTube. So unless Carolina wants to stream some from her device. He was downstairs with the dogs. Updating comments. Good morning, Fox, says Sandy Ellis. What is ayahuasca? Very good question. Ayahuasca is a plant medicine that, oh, sorry, the comments are just balking out on me on TikTok. Here we are, you got me again. So ayahuasca is a plant medicine that's derived from the vine of a tree, and I do believe another plant. Basically, the active molecule in it is dimethyltryptamine, DMT. You might have heard about it before if you've heard people talk about DMT or chunga. Basically, it's there's a documentary out there that calls it a spirit molecule, which I think is a very accurate description of what it is. And if you've ever had a transcendental experience where you've crossed over to the other side and you've experienced a reality that cannot be explained through what we understand about this physical realm, then the brain in that situation, if you were doing it on a sober technique, like meditating, it was putting it into your third eye. If I go into a bit more detail about what DMT is. Now, in our brain, we have the pineal gland. This is technically the third eye. In the pineal gland is something, it's about the size of your pinky fingernail. It's a very small gland. It's shaped like a pine cone. On the inside, we have rods and cones, like the rods and cones inside our eyes. So we've got these receptors that pick up light and pick up color. And they're on the inside of this little gland, but it's sitting in the darkness. It's also connected to the visual cortex of our brain. So it is literally the third eye. It has rods and cones and it's connected to our visual cortex. But what is it looking at? It's looking into a dark space, into a dark little pine cone shaped gland. What it's looking at is there's a bunch of crystals floating around in a fluid. Now, I don't know what fluid this is. I'm going to guess maybe it's a saline fluid, but I could be completely wrong. But these crystals that are floating around in that fluid are calcite crystals. We have these inside our pineal gland, and they are piezoelectric. But when they react to DMT, which our brain produces when we have transcendental experiences, maybe you've had a near-death experience, maybe you have died and come back. We experience it when we are born. We experience it when we dream on small doses. But the brain starts to release this in there, and it reacts with the crystals, and the crystals start to dance around. They start to flash with light, and they start to create shapes. They start to give us visions of things. Now, many people believe this is the gateway, being the spirit molecule. This is the gateway into the other dimension. If you ever experienced it, you would wholeheartedly agree that yes, it is a gateway into another dimension. Revolt Magazine says, "Hey Fox, what would you say are the best ways to maintain balance in life?" Oh dear me, that's a loaded question. Follow your passion. look, I guess, we can go with, meditation, exercise, and eating healthy. They are probably the three things that you want to do that's freaking important. I would probably also say follow your passion. Make sure you're doing something that stimulates your creativity outlets, something that you're passionate about. Actually, I remember hearing someone say something like, you need to, is it like, oh God, I want to quote this thing. It was very poignant, but I can't remember it. So now I'm just sitting here sounding stupid. But when it comes to your creativity side, I always say do it 110%. So do what you love, first up, do it 110% and do it so everyone can see what you are doing. Because in doing that, people will be attracted to you. The right people will be attracted to you. And if you have the right people in your life, you're going to have a lot less drama. And the reason I say do it 110%, people aren't necessarily always attracted to your creativity, what it is you're creative, what you're creating. They're not necessarily always that interested in what the end product is. People are interested in the passion that you're putting into it. You can have someone that's a terrible singer, but the passion that they put into it is amazing. Let's take, for example, Kurt Cobain. The guy's a horrible singer, but he's putting all of his passion and all of his feelings into his songs, and that's why people connected to him. But he's a horrible singer. So, that's where it really comes through. I'll get to TikTok in a minute. Sandy Alice says, what are the best ways to network within the spiritual community? Look, I'm doing it here on TikTok. Secondly, you really want to put yourself in the place. You want to travel to the places where these spiritual things are happening. As you travel the world or your country, you find out, where do these people congregate? What are they doing? Are they going to festivals? Are they going to retreats? Are they going to communes? Yes, TikTok. Look, I know that there was this commune cult thing that was going around. Communes are not cults. They're not all cults. They can be, a lot of the time cults are communes, but not all communes are cults. Communities. Let's use the word communities. So that's the best way, is just put yourself in the space, Sandy Alice, put yourself in the space where those people are. Expose yourself to those people. Not only that, like I said, with your creative side, with your passions, put it out there for everyone to see. The right people will be drawn to you. Okay, back to TikTok. Let's see. United States says windy roads. When I was camping, I had a dream. I was driving on the roads and swerved in the rain. Oh dear. Is that when you died? Did you die in a dream that way? Monica says, I had a drink or two, so I don't remember what was said. Oh, it just gave me. That was Bob whispering in your ear. Bob is Mamaka's ghost, by the way, or spirit, or poltergeist, it might seem. Little Witch, good morning. How are you doing? Marinated steak. Everything flashed while white bang, and then I saw colors I've never seen. Heaps of shapes. That was probably the DMT smashing your pineal gland, marinated steak. There are certainly things you can't experience, you can't explain properly. What's this? Marissa, you got a prehnite cactus quartz with epidote? Blessings, Shorty Agnotty. How are you doing, my friend? They then showered me with my loved ones, and we were doing loved ones were doing at this time I died, driving, and said in my dream, I can't die if I'm asleep. And I woke up. So I died in my dream and I saw the afterlife. Marinated steak. That sounds beautiful. But in other dreams, I just woke up when I died because your brain doesn't know what happens when you die. Yeah. Nico Balak, I see that you sent me through a gift. Thank you very much. Someone says cluck cluck. We've got a chicken in the chat, people. Chris Power, good afternoon, Chris. How are you doing, my friend? Extending that to Carolina as well.
Good morning.
No cat in the house. It would be long dead. No, but that's what I mean, Mamaka. Maybe Bob is a ghost cat, because you're talking about the ghost knocking things off tables, and that's what cats loves to do. Can you bring me tacos from Mexico? No. That would certainly be moldy by the time they get to you. Customs would take them off me too. Maybe I can get you tequila though. We'll see about that. If I don't drink it on the way. This will be through a few comments, but I basically camping. Oh, okay. So I've read through that. Well, I did retail therapy yesterday and bought more crystals. Hey, we did a bit of retail therapy the other day as well, Marissa. I got my boots. I got new boots, waterproof boots. Look at the grip on these things.
I just got a new watch.
Got a new watch. Carolina got an iPad as well, but it's horrible.
Decided I don't like it.
It's horrible. They are not optimized to use every app. You'd think you'd be able to, I could use Instagram on this. No, you can't. It comes out like, if this is the screen, as you see it, of an iPad, it comes out with a little screen that kind of boxes in.
The phone.
Like that size, like the size of a phone. It's just black border all the way around. It's ridiculous.
So
I was hoping she's returning it. I was hoping she'd hold on to it because then I could get a stylus and I could start designing some tarot cards. Actually, I'm going to have to do like a drawing course. I think I'll have to get my own iPad and then I'll have to do a drawing course. And then, guys, there's so many things in the pipeline. I haven't really spoken much about the idea of doing a tarot deck, but, I'm a creative person. And usually I'm one of those people that kind of like, if I try something, I usually do a pretty good job as a first effort. And if I actually put the effort in to get better, I can get good. Me realizing Kurt Cobain is actually a bad singer. Yeah, Lizzie. I like Nirvana's good music for what it is. They really kind of dialed in grunge for what it is, but he's not a good singer. I mean, there's a lot of people like that as well. I mean, hell, if you look at the Sex Pistols, Sid Vicious, the bass player? He was literally so bad that the band had to unplug his bass guitar from the amp because the band sounded better when it was unplugged. Facts. It's just but he was a hoot on stage, I guess. I'm just going to see my messages are a little bit balked here, so. A lot of the time, the singers are not that good, especially in bands. Yeah, I know it. One of my exes was in a band, so they have a detachable keyboard too. Really? Good morning, Shark Tooth. Read my first comment. You're mixing. No, I'm not mixing it up. TikTok's mixing it up. Marinated steak. Yeah, no, but I figured out what you were talking about. Why aren't I a moderator? I've been here for months. Yeah, but marinated steak, I'm just keeping it to the people that are like super regular. Like you have been here for a while and you do come to a lot of the lives, but there are some people that are like guaranteed they're going to be here every live. So no offense to you. I'm just like keeping it to people that, I know are here and up to speed with everything. I love you all. Student Silver, has anyone heard of Trilucia light therapy? No, we haven't, Silver. Never even heard of it. I think it's supposed to activate your pineal gland too. All meditation is supposed to be activating your pineal gland to a certain extent. Good Witch, me too. $500 worth of rocks coming to my house. New things, yay. I need a good astrology app. There's a really good one that's not astrology. It's called The Sign. They take your time and birthplace. Is her?
The Pattern.
The Pattern. My mistake. It's called The Pattern. And it's really good because it doesn't say anything about astrology. And I really like this approach because it could almost get some people in that are skeptic about the idea of astrology, but maybe a little bit spiritual. And then it can kind of like pull them in a bit. But it's quite accurate,
But the thing is, they changed the app now, and now you have to pay to see most of the things.
Oh, you have to pay now.
So you know, which is.
But it is good. Like,
Yeah.
Is it like a one-off payment or is it like a subscription?
I think it's a subscription. But it used to be free, but now it's not.
Yeah. Chris Powell on YouTube saying, but an odd one. Sorry. No. Let's go up. Let's see what else we had. Jean Powell, how to let go of the fear of rejection. Carolina. Any tips on letting go of the fear of rejection? Knowing your self-worth, I suppose.
Yeah,
It's a deep question, to be honest, Jean-Paul.
Yes, I mean, rejection. Okay.
All right, Brains Trust is coming in. Obi-Wan dropping in. Jean-Paul on the YouTube.
Hi, John Paul.
Jean-Paul.
Our fear of rejection comes solely for lack of self-love. When we are in a full state of self-love and when we are in contact with everything that we are, you wouldn't fear rejection because it wouldn't bother you. You would understand. Also, when you're in trust with and the flow of life, you understand that not every energy is going to be for you. Not everyone is going to match you. Not every people are different and people have different views and people have different energies. So when we are in this state, you never fear rejection because simply you understand that what happened there wasn't rejection. It was just a clash of energies and it's not a match, and that's okay. When you love yourself fully, it doesn't bother you. It doesn't worry you that someone's going to reject you, because if they do reject you, you know it just wasn't meant to be. You trust that. You trust that life has better things for you, and you just enjoy going on in the path that you're meant to be going. It's really a conceptual question, actually.
I think expectations might have something to do with it as well, because if you have the fear of rejection, I think what you're talking about is most people would ask this question in the context of asking out their crush. You might have expectations of this person and who they are and what you might be getting from them, emotionally speaking, and you might be putting this person up on a pedestal, which is a very bad move for anyone, because expectations don't always meet reality, and then it leads you to disappointment as well. So
it's very common to create an image of someone else in our heads before we get to meet the people, and from then on we imprinted the image of that person in our head, and we never allowed those people to actually be themselves because we just had that expectation. And and so things this is deep, this is complicated. It's something that you have to work within yourself. If you're fully confident in your self-love, you don't even consider rejection as a word in your vocabulary, if that makes sense. Yeah,
we'll have to move on to the next question.
Yes, go on.
I hope that helps though, Jean-Paul, if in any amount. Surface Pro 6 or Pro 7 are amazing, says Marissa, when it comes to the tablets. Surface Pro 6 or Pro 7?
I've already had the tablets.
She's looked at them.
And I hated it too, and I swapped it for a computer, so I just concluded I hate tablets. Also, Jean-Paul, if you really want to get into this, you can do my self-healing course. Yes,
Jean-Paul, I don't know if you got that. Carolina has a self-healing course that she's done, and many people have had some amazing developments in their personal growth. Look, Chris Power, I'm trying to move on with the comments here. We got Chris Power saying, out of an odd one, but an odd one today. So in therapy session, I told my therapist I have deep desire to help others. She suggested rather than a wants to help, it comes from a place of wanting to be accepted. How do you know if a desire to help comes from to help people is genuine or comes from a place about thinking about the self? Damn, that's a deep question as well, Chris. How do we know if the desire is genuine or comes from a place of self? I don't know. Like, I think they're not completely exclusive to each other. Look, Chris basically says, how do you know if the desire to help people is genuine or comes from a place about the self?
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think they're exclusively mutually exclusive, whichever way around that goes. Because I enjoy helping people, and I'm gonna be honest, like, I help you guys for me because I enjoy doing it. I like talking to you guys. I like knowing that I'm helping people and building people up in their own personal paths, in their life paths. So, I could go into my theory about how I don't believe altruism is a true thing. It's not possible to be 100% altruistic for that reason.
What are we looking at?
We're looking at YouTube. Chris has been asking the questions.
So I think this is also very related with your boundaries. When you're setting your boundaries, you'll be able to tell when you are genuinely in a place of love and sharing, or when you are feeling that you're doing it for other reasons. And there is a difference. There is a difference, even if Mr. Fox doesn't necessarily feel it himself. I can tell Mr. Fox does this every day because, one, he does enjoy it, but two, he does have this mission inside of him that he wants to share his message with more people and help more people. Now,
and I do it for me.
But you do it for you. But
so it's not 100% selfless.
No, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the fact that you don't sit here to just get praise. You sit here because you genuinely want to. No. Yes, you enjoy receiving praise. You like it when it comes, but you don't sit here for that reason.
No.
Exactly. And that's basically the difference. You can enjoy receiving the praise. You can enjoy, of course, it's super nice. And it's what keeps you going as well, knowing that it is working. If people don't give you praise, you don't know if it's working, right? So when people tell you that you are helping them, of course, it makes you feel good. But the motivation is the key point, is what is motivating you. And that you just have to really ask yourself inside and see what comes up.
I see Lizzie saying that somebody in the US is interested in buying one of her pendants. I showed Lizzie a couple of basic techniques with wire wrapping, and she's just like accelerated like crazy. Drop in your Instagram in the chat if you want, Liz, so people know about it. Just have a look at a few of these TikTok comments here. Lizzie says, "Oh boy, I took a phone call. What did I miss? I just said basic." No, I'm not repeating what we repeated. It was getting too deep. But I say congratulations for your success with wire wrapping. Carolina's page, Shorty Agnotti is asking, that is transcending.healing. So I'm going to put it in because people always get the spelling wrong. ANSCENDING.EALING. That's on Insta. There you go. So I've just dropped that one in for you, Shorty. Excuse me. Bitch say, what? As long as you're not doing this fully for selfish outcomes. No, it's not fully for selfish outcomes. Fox is like, just a bit of the attention. Gemini problems. I think there's a bit of that Leo in there as well. Okay, we got quite a bit coming through here on the YouTube, actually. So I don't want to ignore that one. Let's see what's happening here on the YouTube chat. Super chats on YouTube. MCH says, I usually miss the start of the live and only catch the ends because of work. Off today in Ireland for St. Patrick's Day. So I get to see the start. It's St. Paddy's Day today?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Does that mean we get to drink on the streets?
No, because it's lockdown-y.
There's been so many street festivals we've missed out here while being in.
What's the fun without the Irish music anyway?
What's the fun without drunk Irish people starting fights? Just shit, yeah. Chris P says, hi, Obi-Wan. John Paul says, are there any masters of spirituality / knowledge gurus who you have learnt from and have an online presence? Carolina.
Excuse me?
Carolina's not a guru because we can get into the nuance of what a guru actually is and what a guru means. But to call you a master.
I'm a spiritual teacher.
She's a spiritual teacher and she's a mentor, but would you call her a master? I don't know. Like what makes someone a master in the spiritual fields? It's not like we have the paperwork to prove it,
I hope to be a master one day, but I do think it does take lifetimes to get there. But
it take a couple of decades before you can claim to be a master.
I think. A master. I mean, think about Teal Swan. She's pretty big. I still wouldn't call her a master.
Not at all.
There are, it doesn't mean you can't be a spiritual teacher.
Even energy muse, I wouldn't call a master.
No, exactly. Like it does take a good lifetime and the old age.
Sadhguru.
Sadhguru is a master. Yes.
Yes, Sadhguru. What's that? SAD?
There's an H.
SHAD.
Also Moji. Moji is also a master.
Moji? I don't know Moji, but Sadhguru. SAHD. SHAD. Guru.
Moji is with two O's.
He's your typical Indian guy with a big beard, bits of white through it. Very little nuggets of wisdom in everything he says. MCH says, I've been trying to daily meditate consistently for some time, and I asked for a sign that I was doing the right thing. And in my in the vets I work, 2 hedgehogs came to me, my spirit animals. Oh, cool, amazing, so cute. They are cute hedgehogs. Little hedgehogs. What do hedgehogs